my name is Hannah Collins, and for this video, I will go over how to obtain an abundance of environmental data using the Web Soil Survey website. First, click on your preferred browser. Mine is Brave because it is good at blocking ads. Next, search for Web Soil Survey, and it should be the first result that comes up. Next, click on the green button, which is Start WSS. Web Soil Survey is what WSS stands for. And now you should see a map of the United States. Keep in mind that the Web Soil Survey is provided by the United States Department of Agriculture, and so there is only environmental data available for the United States and not for other countries. Next, select your area of interest, which is what AOI stands for. There are two options for selecting an AOI. The first option is uploading an AOI by importing a shapefile or a zipped shapefile. A shapefile is a vector data format used for storing the geographic location, geometry, and associated attribute information of spatial features in a geographic information system or GIS. The second option is to manually select an AOI by directly clicking on the map. You can use any one of these options under the Quick Navigation tab to make it quicker to find the AOI you want. If you want to download all of the environmental data for the entire state of Arizona, don't do that because I have already done that and it takes a while to do. You can ask me for it and I will send it to you. What I did was I clicked on Download Soils Data, then I clicked on Soil Survey Area, then I selected Arizona from this drop-down menu, and then I clicked on each of the download links for all 54 of these soil survey areas, or SSAs, in Arizona. Keep in mind that you cannot select an AOI with an area greater than 100,000 acres, and this is why I had to download 54 soil survey areas separately rather than download all of the environmental data for Arizona in one go. I will show you what I mean. So I've clicked back over to the Area of Interest tab. Then I'm going to click on the Define AOI by Rectangle button. And then I'm going to try selecting all of Arizona as the AOI. Now I am getting an error saying that the area I selected needs to be smaller since it is much bigger than 100,000 acres. So this is important to keep in mind when using this website. Now I will give an example of how to use Web Soil Survey to download the environmental data for the city of Tempe. I will do this using the first option, which is importing a shapefile, since it is more accurate to use a shapefile than it is to manually select the boundaries for Tempe. By the way, when you are trying to select boundaries on the map that doesn't involve a rectangle, you can use the Define AOI by Polygon button, and I will show you how to do that. So you click wherever you have the boundary that you want the AOI to be, then you double click when you're done selecting your polygon, and of course you'll have to do that for a much smaller area than what I selected. So now going back to the example of Tempe as where we're trying to get the environmental data for, what we're going to do is find the shapefile for Tempe online. So now I'm going to look up Tempe, Arizona shapefile. And then, as you can see, I've already found a place to look for the shapefile for Tempe under the data.gov website. Next, I'm scrolling down to where it says shapefile and clicking on the download button. And it may take a little while to download, but now we have it. And I'm going to save it in the downloads folder of my computer. So here it is. And as we can see, it contains the shapefile or SHP file, which we need to upload into the Web Soil Survey website. So now going back to the website, I'm going to click on the Create AOI from Zipped Shapefile button. Then click Choose File. Scroll down to the folder that you downloaded the shapefile into, and then click Set AOI. And now we have the AOI for Tempe on the map highlighted in blue. Next, scroll up and then click on the Download Soils Data tab and click on your AOI, Surgo. Then click on Create Download Link. It may take a little while for the download link to be created, but I'll fast forward to when it is created. Looks like I didn't have to do that. Great. So now here is the AOI link that we can click on, and then I'm going to save it in the same folder as the Tempe shapefile. Now I'm opening it up to make sure it has what we need, which it does. Now go over to the folder that you downloaded the environmental data into. Next, right-click on the downloaded zip drive, click Extract All, and then once you've found the destination folder that you want the extracted folder to end up in, click Extract. And now we have the folder here. Next, open the extracted folder and hover over the Microsoft Access Database file here. Right-click on the file and click Properties. Go to the bottom of the General tab where it says Security, click Unblock, and then click OK. Next, open the Microsoft Access Database file. Click OK. X out of this, and click Enable Content. Next, enter the appropriate directory link for the data, which is in tabular form. To do this, go back over to the unzipped folder, and then double-click on the subfolder titled Tabular. Now you are inside the tabular folder, which is where you're going to get the directory link. Click at the top of the screen here where the directory link for the folder is, and then copy this link by typing Control-C for PCs, not for MacBooks, sorry about that. Then go back over to the Microsoft Access Database file and paste the link in here by typing Control-V. Then click OK. It may take a minute or so for all of the data to be imported. I will fast forward to when all the data is imported in this video for the sake of time. Now that all of the data is imported, you can now download reports and spreadsheets of the data. When you click on the report name drop-down menu here, you will notice that there is a lot of data available, including chemical soil properties, physical soil properties, soil features, and water features. Select all of the options under Map Unit Symbol and Map Unit Name by clicking Select All, and then select the type of report you want. I'm going to go with Physical Soil Properties, and then click Generate Report. Voila, you have a report of the data. If you want to download the data as a spreadsheet, you are in luck. Here are a lot of options for data that you can download as a spreadsheet. I will show you how to do this for my favorite spreadsheet that Web Soil Survey has to offer, which you will find towards the bottom of this file. It is called Report WEPS Attributes. To download it, right-click it, click Export, click Excel, and then select Export Data with Formatting and Layout, and also select Open the Destination file after the export operation is complete. Click OK. And you can save these export steps if you want to download any other data from this Microsoft Access Database file. I will show you the full names of all of the columns in this spreadsheet since some of them are cut off a little bit here. By selecting all of the columns, hovering over the edge of the last column till I get this black cursor, and then double clicking. And as you can see, this table gives you a lot of valuable environmental data, including percentages of sand, silt, and clay, and also percentage of organic matter, saturated hydraulic conductivity, which is what KSAT is, CEC, which is cation exchange capacity, and also soil bulk density, which is what dB is. This spreadsheet is my favorite because it contains all the physical and chemical soil properties that the Web Soil Survey has data for. This is a brief introduction to using Web Soil Survey and is in no way comprehensive. Feel free to also investigate other elements of the Web Soil Survey website and also these other data sets in this Microsoft Access database file for each AOI that you end up selecting and investigating. Thank you for your time and attention, and I hope that this helps.